just because of being friends, you want to get one over your friend. And he will push all the way just to make sure he gets one over his friend.
Now, obviously, Man City are favourites as we just look at the Premier League title odds, but it just goes back to what you were saying, Craig, that when you think about who's most likely to push them all the way between Arsenal and Liverpool, it is Arsenal that you're leaning towards then because of what you're seeing.
Yeah, I've leaned towards them pretty much all season, and it's very, as I said, it's very close. It's not. I'm nitpicking between the two. City are still the team to beat. Look, we lay the facts on the table. There's 3 teams going for the title at the moment, and only one of them have a recognised world-class striker, and that's not Arsenal and Liverpool. So those two are going to have to figure out a different way to do it. The same thing that City had to do before they hit Haaland and Sergio Aguero had sort of left, and they did figure it out. And yeah, they've got both of these sides have got front players that are very attacking, and yeah, maybe Liverpool will hang their hat possibly in Mo Salah when he's fit again, who obviously gets his more than his fair quota of goals. You wouldn't call him an out-and-out number 9, but he gets his quota of goals. But I think what we do know is City have this big Norwegian up front that's a goal machine. The other two do not. So they have to figure out a title challenge in a different way. And I just feel at the moment Arsenal have came through that little sort of blip around mid-December, Christmas time. They had the break, they went away to the Middle East, they took the families, whatever the discussion was around that. And they came back, and the big game was at the Emirates a week or two ago, and they put a marker down against Liverpool. They really put and it wasn't the strongest Liverpool side, and it certainly wasn't the strongest performance. But for me, they're just 4 or 5% ahead of Liverpool in terms of putting a title charge together. I might be wrong. Maybe it is Liverpool that comes. I hope they're all in there. But I think what we do know is City are the team to beat. But I like what I'm seeing from Arsenal, and I like the fact they're sharing the goals around, and they're getting goals from set pieces, and they're getting goals from defenders, midfielders, and the forward players.
Who do you think pushes hardest, Frank? Arsenal or Liverpool?
I was afraid you would ask me that question because I'm really indecisive. Because I'm like Craig, I mean, according to what we saw when Arsenal and Liverpool played against each other, I definitely go for Arsenal. But we know the power of reaction that Liverpool can get, and with Mo Salah coming back, and I'm sure Klopp, dealing with the players in the dressing room, making sure they're gonna go to the right side. I still think that Liverpool is a little bit ahead. It will surprise me that they will get another bad performance that they had at the Emirates. So I have to go with Liverpool, and the fact that maybe winning against Chelsea, which will make me sad in a cup final, will push them to their best.
Oh, well, Mario, you were saying you wonder if Arsenal can go the distance and can push City this season once again. You're the tiebreaker today. Who is it, Arsenal or Liverpool, who pushes hardest?
I have to be a tiebreaker because I already picked Liverpool before, so I don't want to change it, really, because I said if one man can motivate his team, and if there's one man that wants to walk out of this league with the Premier League title, it's Klopp. He knows this is his last one. There's no doubts about it. I think that his focus will be get me that title, guys, no matter what happens. Even when you see his players talk, like Van Dijk, when he makes his interviews, the way he talks about it and the way he says, like, okay, we know the goal, our goal is set, and our motivation is the direction we want to go. He said, I will focus on this season. Why is he saying that? Because he knows he has to talk about this season, because next season will be a new man. They don't know what's going to happen with the deals of him, Salah, and Trent, because those are the kind of key figures in that side. So I think the motivation for them to walk away with a trophy, I don't know if I'm the deal breaker. I will go then. Liverpool will push it still, I think. But I think Frank said that too.
I think we should get a Mr. Nicol on the phone from Burlington, Connecticut. He'd go Arsenal, wouldn't he? He'd definitely. He'd go. Oh, we could also go the other way. and say City are probably just going to win the league anyway.
Yeah, well, we're saying
somebody has to make
who's going to be closest. So we're going to do the same with the top 4 odds as well, because obviously Spurs are favourites to finish in the top 4, but we did see that big win for Manchester United over Aston Villa at Villa Park at the weekend. So who should Spurs be more mindful of behind them? Aston Villa, who seem to have lost their rhythm a bit of late, or Manchester United, who appear to be on, dare I say it, a little bit of a charge?
Yeah, it got outplayed really for a lot of the game, but we're very resilient. And obviously McTominay coming off the bench, which he's been pretty good at and effective, more effective than when he starts. It has been. I would say, who would Tottenham be more fearful of? I think Man United. I think Villa are just running out of gas a little bit. Ollie Watkins had his chances in the game, was a little sluggish. Boubacar Kamara's not been great recently. He's now injured. McGinnon, Douglas Luiz have played a lot of football. I just don't see them having the squad depth to come in and make the difference. And on top of that, they're starting to look really creaky at the back. I mean, they have played this sort of high line for a lot of the season, but I just don't think Diego Carlos and Clement Longley, along with Digne, who's been out, came back off the bench, but Konza's out as well now. I just don't see this back line keeping the clean sheets that they need. So I'm going to say I think Man United are more likely to put a run together than Aston Villa.
All right, OK. So just in case we have to make Mario the tiebreaker again, I'm not going to do that to him this time.
Why?
Well, it depends, actually. It depends what he's going to say. Let me ask Mario who he thinks Spurs should be most fearful of.
Straight away, let's keep it easy. Man United. I don't think, because I have a feeling that, sometimes you have that lucky charm going your way, and maybe Ten Hag got something now. And he also has the pressure, of course, because the new owners, they don't talk about it, but I'm sure he has some also to prove a point in the sense of like, hey, there's a season after this, and see what their plans are, what they want to do, because they dictate what the movement is in the club, in the sense of like coaches and everything. So, Radcliffe, I'm sure he's watching him and making sure that he, keep the momentum going of the team. So I say Man United.
All right, can we get a clean sweep then at least? What are you saying, Frank?
I'm going to say otherwise. I'm going to start to put Aston Villa away because, yesterday, I don't understand Unai Emery. You are drawing at home, okay, but you are drawing and you can keep Manchester United 6 points behind you. And you don't defend. You try to score a goal. And they lost their mojo. I think they lost their mojo. Ramsey had 2 clear chances. Yes, Garnacho had 2 chances too, but they should have scored. Ramsey should have scored, and he didn't. And you are 2 minutes away from the final whistle. So just ask your players to pack the bus and just draw, and you keep the 6 points, and you don't. So you're out of the business for me. Then
but he's too
I want to
emotional
believe
too.
that.
Did you think he was too emotional, Frank? He was too emotional as a coach at the touchline. Come on,
Yeah.
he let himself go.
Well, he's been proven with the remontada in Barcelona with Paris Saint-Germain, and I know that from a long time. But between Tottenham and Manchester United, it's still 6 points, if I'm not mistaken. And I really think that Tottenham, we were talking about the lucky point that you need to have. The last goal, the last second from Johnson, was crucial for me. And it will give the boost of confidence knowing that Heung-min Son is back. So I want to believe that Tottenham is going to get the fourth place spot, and they're going to finish better than Manchester United.
I don't think Postecoglou will even be looking behind him. I just don't think he's that kind of manager. I think he's been so positive in his team selection, the way they've played, and his press conferences. Even in his mind, he's thinking about hanging on to the 2 or 3 the teams above them. I mean, that's a bit of a pipe dream, I think. But in his mind, that's what he's projecting to his players. We're looking at the teams above us. If any of them falter, not who's behind us, But I just think when you look at the 2 sides, if you look at the 3 sides now, I felt Villa were in a good position because they were a little bit of a hybrid between the sides. They were very attacking but not as open as Tottenham, and they could grind some results out. They've just stopped doing that. And I think Tottenham are in a good place, as Frank said, with all the players coming back as well. So it's in their hands now, Tottenham. And if they get in the top
you're
four,
changing your mind.
Well, they are the favourites to finish in the top four. We want to know who's going to push them harder.
One second, why am I changing my mind? I never.
Oh no, I thought you just said that Manchester United is going to finish fourth. That's what I thought. That's what I heard.
No, I said no. I said if no. I said if Tottenham are going to have to worry about anybody, it would be Man United.
Exactly.
I don't think Man United will get in the top four. Although a little caveat that I did have them in the top four in my predictions at the start of the season.
Oh, they'll be coming up.
So if they do squeeze in there, I'm not be that upset.
Yeah, we can't wait for the end of the season. I can't even remember what I went for, but they'll be coming back up.